Good evening and welcome to this edition of ESOP Update. I'm your host, Brendan Quigley. Tonight we brought in our very own ESOP specialist, Jeff Martin, to tell us what it means to be part of the Cross ESOP. Jeff, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Let's start with the basics. What is ESOP?
ESOP, Employee Stock Ownership Plan, is an IRS qualified retirement plan that operates as a trust fund.
So how does a trust fund work?
Did someone say trust fund? I'll tell you how a trust fund works. It's simple, even for me. Raise your hand if you want to retire with money. Get a trust fund.
So Paul, how exactly does...
Maybe I can help. In our case, the trust fund includes cash and company stock that is held for our owners until they reach a certain age when they can begin to receive distributions from their portion of the fund. The fund was established to help provide financial security for our owners during retirement.
Oh, so what's the catch?
I'll tell you the catch. You just need 30,000 hours of eligible work to qualify.
30,000 hours?
No, not exactly.
I'm pretty sure I got it right. I heard it straight from Mr. Aesop himself, Jerry Bigshot.
Do you mean Jerry Bonsack?
I'm pretty sure it's Jerry Bigshot.
Jeff, can you clarify this for me?
Sure, it's just a few simple steps. The first step to joining the Cross ESOP is working at Cross. But before anyone is enrolled in the plan, they have to meet the following three basic criteria outlined in the fund's plan document. The plan document includes these rules as well as other requirements for the fund to be properly managed. A Cross employee must 1. Be 21 years old, 2. Have 1,000 hours of service with the company, and 3. Be working with Cross at the next available entry date after completing the first two criteria.
When are the entry dates?
Cross's corporate calendar year runs from December 1st to November 30th, so the entry dates are the beginning of each quarter: December 1st, March 1st, June 1st, and September 1st.
So here's the long-awaited question. What's in it for me?
Money.
And that concludes this edition of ESOP.
Wait. Don't you want to know more about this?
Yeah, you're right. I guess I should probably ask something like, how much money?
Great question. Here's how the amount of money is determined. Every year, our board of directors meet to determine the contribution level for the year.
So what's the contribution level?
I got this one.
What is that?
It's the contribution level meter.
A contribution level meter?
You got it. This is what the board of directors uses to determine the contribution level. This device uses biometrics to determine the contribution level for each person in the company. It collects data and then averages the results.
So what's it saying?
I think I need to interject. The board of directors does meet to approve a contribution level, but it's determined by business metrics and not biometrics. Each person will receive the determined amount of dollar contribution in their ESOP plan. The level is the percentage of eligible wages an owner has earned in the corporate fiscal year, December 1st to November 30th.
That's a relief. Can you break that down a little better for us?
Sure, if someone has $30,000 in eligible wages, then the contribution level will be a percentage of their qualified income. Say the contribution level is 5% for everyone. Then an owner with $30,000 in eligible wages would have $1,500 of company stock or cash issued into their account for that year. $1,500 is 5% of $30,000. That dollar contribution is then used to buy shares of the company's stock.
What is the minimum level of contribution to this account?
The contribution level is a completely voluntary benefit by the company, so it's not required. However,
I like howevers.
well, you'll like this one. Since our ESOP started in 1979, we have averaged a contribution level of 10%.
You're right, I think I do like that.
So instead of the $1,500 at 5% in our example, on average, someone with the same eligible wages would receive $3,000 worth of cash or stock in their account.
So you got me curious. How do they actually determine the contribution level account?
It's based on the company's financial performance. It's basically a profit-sharing decision.
So the amount of money contributed can vary, but over time it can be a solid investment plan?
Yeah, that's somewhat of an understatement. We benchmarked versus the S&P 500, 5-year and 10-year indices. Cross has dramatically outperformed both.
Jeff, thanks for sharing this great news with us. Please join us again soon to tell us more about this wonderful benefit.
Thanks for the opportunity. Anytime.